It's nice to be back. Happy New Year, everyone. Woohoo, it's like we were never apart. We're all back together like glue. Um, yeah, it's so nice to see everyone. Let's start on our backs. How about that? Of course, if you're at home or you're in your office and you want to sit in a chair, you could use a chair, a table, anything you need to for extra support for this class. Same, if you're in the room and you prefer to do a sitting shape here, please feel free to sit up. For those of us who are brand new, welcome. We always take the first 2 to 3, 4 minutes to just check in with ourselves, to slow down, practice a little bit of patience, pausing, resting, and breathing. So giving yourself an opportunity to feel the chair or the floor, the ground beneath you. Allowing your body to plug in to stability. Allowing your body to slow way, way down. Giving yourself a moment to intentionally hold your physical body still. And then noticing the movement that happens from breathing. So as we breathe, feeling our body move from the breath. Giving ourselves this gentle reminder to add curiosity and kindness into our practice. Practicing from a place of mindful self-compassion and kindness. So for those of us who are brand new and for those of us that might need the gentle reminder, you can't do this wrong. This is more about an internal experience. Noticing for the next 45 minutes how you're feeling in relationship to your body moving and breathing. Yoga practice has 8 limbs. So there's 8 parts of yoga practice, and this physical movement practice is only one limb. Controlled breathing is another limb. So right now we want to try and have authentic, natural, rhythmic breathing. No need to control your breath. Working on awareness and breathing is another limb. So it's important that we reach that limb and we work in that limb of awareness, of body breathing. We're going to take about half a minute. Paying attention to our breathing Helps us build focus and concentration. Can be challenging in a world full of distraction. Just giving yourself a couple more moments, following a couple more breaths. Now see if you can feel the full commitment exhale just 2 times. 2 full exhales. That means you go all the way to the very end of your exhale. And then if you're not on your back, we're going to all come onto our backs. You're going to bend your knees. And we're just going to work a little bit in your back body. Bring your right knee up over your right hip. Up to you. It's going to take more internal stabilization to just hold your knee there, a little less internal stabilization if you want to hold on to the back of your leg. And then you're going to bend and straighten your right leg 3 times, stretching out the back of the leg. Now, I talk a lot in this class about internal resistance. So adding resistance, imagine you were in water and you had to push and pull the water. And resistance can work on a sliding scale of say 1 to 10. So you could add a lot of resistance. Imagine your shin is super, super heavy, or maybe your shin's a little lighter, 2 more. Then the next time your right leg is a little bit straighter than bent, hold it there. And then point and flex in your foot 3 times just to wake up your ankle. And then let your leg come all the way down to the floor. Take 2 breaths. Bring your left knee up over your left hip. Either hold on or don't. And bend and straighten, working. What do you feel? What do you notice through the back of your leg? Can you add resistance? Maybe turn up the resistance, imagining your shins a little heavier with each straighten and bend. We'll do 2 more. And then the next time your left leg's a little bit straighter than bent, you'll hold the leg up and point and flex in your ankle 3 times. And then we'll bend your left knee, bring it all the way down to the floor. Bring your hands onto the front of your hip bones. So let's define your pelvis. And then if you go up, there's some soft tissue there and you'll feel your rib cage. Imagine you had a really wide corset or cummerbund on from the lower ribs there all the way down to your pelvis. So imagining feeling this big corset cummerbund wrap the front, side, and back of that area. So as you exhale, your corset cummerbund tightens up a little bit. Take an exhale. And then when you inhale, there's tone in your corset cummerbund. And we're going to come back to this feeling multiple times. So give yourself 2 more breaths. And then bring your hands behind your head and let your elbows float up towards the ceiling a little bit. Exhale, drop your ribs. So when I say drop your ribs, find your lower bottom ribs and push them down into the floor like a teeter-totter. Your shoulders will lift up and look down into your belly. Then with an inhale, lengthen your spine and lower your shoulders back down. 2 more. Exhale, corset cummerbund, nice and strong and tight. Lower ribs push down, shoulders lift up. 1 more at your own pace. And then you're going to come down and we're all going to rest for 3 breaths. Remembering the benefit of coming back to your authentic breath. Let your body breathe for you. Just try and breathe in and out of your nose. If you're congested, that's not possible. By all means, breathe through your mouth. So 3 more little sit-ups like that. If you want more challenge, bring your knees up over your hips and stretch through your hamstrings, taking your legs up towards the ceiling. So legs up or feet on the floor. 3 slow, controlled sit-ups. We intentionally move slow so we can pay attention and feel a little more connection to the mind body and also to resistance. After 3, we all come back down and let everything that can rest, rest. And give ourselves 3 breaths. Arms can come down by your sides. Back to your breath. And then with your next exhale, rolling over or rolling up, we're going to build a tabletop. Okay, so if you're at home, you're in your office, you have a chair, use a chair if you need to, okay? Use a table. If you're in the room, you have to use the floor. All right, so you can face whichever way you want. We're gonna build our tabletops. Now, look at your hands. You want really strong hands. And if your wrists are compromised, come down on your forearms. It's fine, okay? So you can be down here on your forearms in a tabletop. You can have your arms straightish. Regardless of where your forearms are, you need strong hands. So everyone look and turn on strong hands. Grip your mat and push down into the floor. Now, when you push down in the floor, push from your upper back shoulder blade. Can you feel your shoulder blade? We're going to go slow. It's our first time back over the holidays. So we're taking time to really be able to embody and feel this. Shoulder blades on your back. Now look, as I look around the room, there's a couple of us with really locked elbows. So you want your elbow line to face in and you don't want it to be totally locked. Okay, so let your elbow line face in, your elbow knuckle face out. Claw the ground, curl your toes. Is your corset cummerbund on? Can you feel as you exhale it get a little bit tenser or tighter or knit? Feel it when you inhale, nice and tone. And then curl your toes and lift your knees just a piece of paper if you need more challenge. You can lift your knees just a piece of paper. Upper back, super strong. Hang out here as long as you want, or if you want to rest, take your knees down. 3 breath break. You can do one more. Claw the ground. Shoulders down out of your ears. Straight arms are on your forearms. Claw. Upper back, shoulder blades. Lift your knees. Corset cummerbund really strong. You're strong. You're strong. You got this. Keep breathing, keep breathing, keep breathing. And come down and rest. Rest however shape you want. You could push back into a child's pose. If that wasn't enough work for you, keep going. Come back to your tabletop and lift your knees again. You can either rest for 15 seconds or come back and do one more floating knee for 15 seconds. We're all really different. You do you, right? You feel you. Shouldn't hurt your upper back. This is working a little more of that upper back connection into your corset cummerbund. And that was 15. Oh, that was like 25 seconds. That's good. And then rest. That's what happens. I can't look at the clock and talk at the same time. All right, downward facing dog, y'all. Here we go. Come back to table. Curl your toes. Now remember, in down dog, you need strong hands. Lift your hips up and push back. Let your head hang. Give yourself 3 breaths. If you're at home, you can use a table or a chair. Exhale, feel your exhale. And walk your hands and feet together. We worked on this a lot last semester. So feet can walk up, hands can walk back. You do it how you need to. Come all the way on up to stand and then give yourself a big high five stretch. And then exhale, let your arms come down, standing mountain meditation for about 5 seconds. So short, meaningful bouts of standing meditation. Feel your exhale and then step your feet wide. So if you're in the room, feel free to step wide and look out at the lake. It's really beautiful out there today. There's like sun clear over there in the horizon. All right, heels come in, toes go out wide. All right, so look down at your feet. We pretty much always start with the sumo squat. So you're going to try and keep your chest up and go down, drop your bum, and then push into your legs and come on up. Now, check in with yourself as you go down. Try and get your knees a little more over your middle toe towards your pinky toe. So you're pulling your thigh bone back. Sometimes if you mimic it with your arms, it's crazy, the mind-body connection. So you can bring your arms in front of you, and as you go down, push your arms back. And then as you come up, bring your arms forward. That might help you feel those legs pressing back. Great, 2 more. And everyone's ankles, knees are different, right? So you might go way lower than I am. You might not go as low. How does this feel for you? Last one, then we come on up, keep your legs wide, just let your arms hang. You get a 5-second meditation break. All right, find your left leg rolls in a little bit. Right leg rolls out, go about heel to heel. Great, let your right knee bend. Pause, we're going slow this first one to go over some foundational alignment cues. So look down and make sure you can see your big toe, your right big toe there. You're gonna let your arms come down in front of your pelvis. You don't need to move your legs. Exhale, sweep your arms out and up. Inhale, pull your arms down and in like you were in water. Pull your arms out and up and down and in one more time. Okay, now you're gonna pull your arms up and straighten that right leg. Exhale, pull your arms down, bend your right knee. Pull your arms up, straighten your leg. Bend your knee, pull your arms down. One more time. Next time your right knee's bent, pause, arms come down. Good, hands come to the front of your pelvis. You're gonna hold this shape for about 10 seconds, giving yourself a moment to check in. What's it feel like in your upper back, in your corset cummerbund? Are you breathing? It's really easy to hold your breath, 10 seconds. Next exhale, push that right leg into the floor so strongly it starts to straighten. Nice. Right leg then comes around, go over to the other side. Right leg rolls in, left leg rolls out. Look, you want to go heel to heel. First time is slow. Okay, some of us may have never done this before, so welcome. We're going to go slow for you. Bend your left knee, pause. Look down, you want to see your big toe. Okay, your hips are at a diagonal to your left leg. Bring your arms down 3 times, swoop them up, pull them down. If you were in water, imagine you have to pull that water, to push that water. Upper back, nice and strong. Then you add the movement in your leg. Okay, then you bend and straighten, move your arms at the same time with your breath. Great, last one. Next time your left knee's bent, pause, hands come down to your hips. Pause. Soften your shoulders. Check your breathing. Get 10 seconds. Feel your body. Notice your breathing. It's like a 10-second standing meditation. Next exhale, push into that left leg so much that your leg starts to straighten. Great. Turn both feet back out towards the lake, right? Or if you're facing me, legs face in. Loop your shoulders up, back, and around. So your shoulders are down out of your ears. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of back body work. So it's always a little challenging to move body parts you don't get to see. Okay, so you get to trust this. Feel your shoulder blades. Now bring your elbows in and see if you can feel your shoulder blades, right? Spread or protract on your back. They're going to get wide. And then if you bring your elbows back, you're going to retract, squeeze your shoulder blades together. So we're really trying to feel and trust what we don't see. Like, oh yeah, okay. Yeah, that must be my shoulder blade. Yeah, okay. If I squeeze it, I can feel that. So in your own way of understanding, you're organizing language to help you understand how your body moves. We'll do one more. Okay, then you're going to put your hands on your pretend back pockets. Use your corset cummerbund. So come back, tighten up your corset, push your butt back and tip over. It's like a wide leg forward fold. Just go about halfway and then come back up. Really keep your legs strong. Okay, 2 more. So 3 times you're learning to move from your pelvis first. Then as you're moving, if you feel like it, and it works for your low back, it works for your hamstrings, back your legs, go ahead, fold all the way. Your low back has to round. You're going to come up and over, and you might go way over, you might not. You're learning to understand and feel your body in movement. 1 or 2 more. Then next time you come on up to standing, keep your legs wide, just let your arms come down. Go at your own pace. You never have to stay with our group. And it's a 5-second breathing break again. Hang out, notice what you notice. Being curious about what you're feeling. Find your left leg, roll your left leg in just a little bit, roll your right leg out a little bit. Go about heel to heel. So you probably already know we come to this shape a lot. Pelvis is at a diagonal. Bend your right knee, look down. Do you see your right toe? Sweep your arms out and up to the ceiling. Great, bring your arms back down. 2 more times, sweep out like you're in water. Next time your arms are up towards the ceiling, pause. Keep your right arm up there and bring your left hand to your left hip. Now tip at your hip and bring your right elbow down to your right thigh bone. All the way over. If this is really tight in your hip, bring your hand to your leg instead, okay? Take 2 breaths. Push into your legs super strong. Down creates up. Come all the way on up. Straighten your right leg right away. Right leg rolls in, left leg rolls out. Strong legs, arms come down. Exhale, bend that left knee, pause. Look at your big toe 3 times. Exhale with your arms. Inhale, pull down. Opening mobility in your shoulders and your upper back. Next time your arms are up, pause. Keep your left arm up, bring your right arm to your hip. Tip at your hip, elbow to your left knee. 3 breaths. What's it feel like to breathe? Are you breathing or are you holding your breath? Push into the earth to come all the way back up. Hands come to your hips. Rotate your legs around, toes forward, knees forward. Take your arms out wide. Great. Pretend back pockets, bring them onto your bum. Push your butt back, wide leg forward fold. Long and strong all the way over. Pay attention. Stop where you need to stop and take 2 breaths. Come all the way on up with strength. Pay attention the whole way up. Hands back to your hips. 5-second breathing break. Left leg rolls in, right leg rolls out. Right leg bends. Arm sweep out to come up. Tip at your hip, right elbow to the right thigh bone. Bring your left hand onto your left hip. Just give your left arm, shoulder a little break. All right, find your belly button. Okay, feel your belly button in space. And imagine your belly button were anchored to the floor, like there was an elastic band kind of tethering your belly to the floor. Now find your sternum, your breastbone. Okay, try not to move your belly button, just move your breastbone and twist your breastbone if you're facing the lake towards the lake, or if you're facing me, twist your breastbone to me. That's it. Left arm comes up then. And it's like you're going to give a high five. Okay. So your palm is facing the same direction as your face. And then we're going to hang out here for 10 minutes. I'm teasing, but I just do that so I know that I'm not alone in the room. All right, push into the floor. Here you go. You're going to come on up and sweep both arms up and straighten your right leg. Right away, right leg rolls in, left leg rolls out. Bend your left knee, take your arms out nice and wide, tip on over. Elbow to your left knee, right arm up. Feel your shape, give yourself a moment to settle. Right hand to your right hip. Corset cummerbund, nice and on, nice and strong. Belly button tethered to the floor. Sternum spins. That's it. Right arm maybe up to the ceiling, high five. Palm goes the same way as your face. Soften the edges. Breathe. Breathe. It's just yoga. Come all the way on up. One more time, all the way around. Left leg rolls in, right leg rolls out. Bend your right knee, tip over. A little bit quicker. Belly button anchors to the floor, sternum spins a little bit. 5 breaths just to hang out, be curious, notice. You're going to notice something different than anyone else. All the way up and over to the left. Right, you got this. What do you notice as you transition? Can you stay with your breath in your body? You keep an awareness of soft shoulders, strong lower belly. Exhale when you're ready, come all the way back up. Both legs face forward. Hands on your pretend back pockets, wide leg forward fold. Come all the way back up. Step both feet together. You're going to take about a 15-second standing meditation break. Short bouts of meditation many times. Next exhale, let your eyes start to open. All right, we're going to do a little bit of upper back wake up just to feel and connect a little more into your upper back. So you can bring your arms out in front of you. Make big, strong stop signs with your hands. Okay, and your arm bone is going to gently pull back into the socket. Okay, so you're going to take this whole arm bone. If you were standing at a wall, imagine your arm bone pulling back into the shoulder, into the socket. Now you can pull it too far and it might not feel very good. So we're not asking you to pull it so far that it feels like there's an impingement there or too much tension that it's uncomfortable, okay? We just want to feel a little more like the arm bone's pulling into the back of the socket. Now your hands are going to represent your shoulder blades. So you're going to feel, hopefully over time, your two shoulder blades going onto your back like a postage stamp. So if you could take especially your index finger and your thumb like a stamp and push that inside shoulder blade onto your back. So ideally one day, someday, we want a lot of space. We don't want like a big divot or valley between your shoulder blades. And we're going to play with this in prone mountain in a minute. So shoulder blades, back shoulders, wide space, back of the heart's really wide. 2 more breaths. And just let your arms come all the way down. Bring your feet parallel. Find, feel, however you understand corset cummerbund. Come back to your corset cummerbund. Lift your right heel. If you need to bring your arms back up to turn on all of those upper back muscles we just had, come here. If you're more comfortable doing it here, that's great too. So however, it's about how you connect to the upper back, turn on this muscle connection to help you balance, okay? So you need upper back, corset cummerbund, and then you're gonna pick up your right knee higher, higher, higher. And you're gonna challenge yourself to lift your knee as high as you can. Might be lower than mine, it might be a lot higher. Use your upper back, use your upper back. Wobbling is really important. It's your nervous system finding yourself in space. You need to wobble. Okay, it's a really good healthy sign if you're wobbling. Turn on the muscles. Great, and then right leg comes down, left leg goes up. Sorry, that was kind of an abrupt great. Great. Upper back, corset cummerbund. Got it. All right, rest. Ready to add on? Okay, I'm going to turn to face the lake. You're going to pick up your right knee again. Okay, so you just did it and do it again. Okay, now you're going to swing this leg back and then you're going to tap and lift it back up. You can go at your own speed. I'm a big fan of going really slow because I feel when I go slow, I can add more resistance. I'm going to feel a lot differently in my left butt cheek, hip, glute. But you do you. Try 2 more. They're not easy. And then you're going to end up in a lunge. So your right leg's going to step back. You're going to have a high heel. Okay, and you're going to line up your ears, shoulders, and hips. Turn on your corset cummerbund. Check you're still breathing. Okay, and then you're going to tip forward a little bit or a lot, 2 more times. You could come 1 millimeter or you could come way over. We are all different. You do you. One more. And back to your high lunge. Settle right here, 5 seconds, like a standing lunge meditation. Breathe. And step your back foot forward. 15 seconds, standing meditation break. Check in with yourself. It's okay to have a quick heart rate. It's okay to breathe quick in yoga class. Three times, hands come to your hips. Push your hip creases, butt back. 3 forward folds. If you're someone who has some instability in their SI joint, only go halfway. You don't have to go all the way over. Less can be more. All right, here we go. A little bit quicker this time. Pick up your left knee. Step it back. Hike it up. Step it back. Hike it up. Go at your own pace. Feel that strength in the right side. One more. Find your lunge. Woo. Give yourself a moment to build. 3 tips. Little bit or a lot. Great. All the way back to high lunge. Hang out for about 5 seconds. Soften where you can. Soft eyes, soft shoulders. Step both feet together. Right away, exhale, sweep your arms up. Push your butt back, forward fold. If you want, walk your feet back, build downward facing dog. Bend your knees, push your butt way back, get some length through your low back. Come all the way forward, tabletop or straight arm plank. You have to get down on the floor, so I'm dropping my knees. You're going to come all the way down onto your belly. Tuck your chin. Bring your hands down by your middle ribs. Feel your hands push into the floor. See if you can feel your shoulder blades on your back. Let your shoulders soften out of your ears. Wide back heart space. Now pull your legs back with lots of strength and lift your chest, baby cobra. Exhale, lower down. Pull your legs back. Now add a piece, ground into the front of your pelvis, push your pubic bone down and lift, baby cobra. And lower down. Just like that, 3 more times. Baby cobra. Soft shoulders out of your ears. Spine mobility. Next time you come to baby cobra, hold. Breathe. Is your corset cummerbund on? Upper back. Are you breathing? Maybe you start to lift your legs. 2 more breaths, more challenging. Let your hands float an inch off the floor. Breathing. Exhale, lower down. Woo, and just rest. Now your back, ribs, and lungs are wide open. You take 3 thoughtful, embodied breaths across the back rib cage, back lungs. Authentic breathing. Give yourself 2 more breaths and then you're going to push up to tabletop. If you want more challenge, you can always go rogue here and do push-ups. You could come to plank pose, right? You do you. The rest of us, we're going to come to table. Okay. But some people might want something more challenging. You can come to table, and then we're going to do 5 cat-cows, just a little more about fluidity, really rounding up into your cat, and it's trickling through neutral into your cow. You're just going to keep that feeling of movement through your cat-cow 5 times. So just keep moving, almost like you could get lost in the flow. Trust your body to move for you. Getting those vertebrae like beads on a string, strength with mobility, strong mobility. Great. One more. And back to tabletop. Take your knees wide and then just push your butt back and stretch out through the inner groin. You don't have to have wide knees. If you prefer to have your knees together and round over your knees in more of a classic child's pose, please keep your knees together. 3 mindful, thoughtful breaths through your back. Full exhale breathing. And then back to a tabletop. And then we'll come either onto your back or just finding a nice, easy sitting shape. So you could sit, you can roll onto your back. We always take the last couple minutes for quiet self-care. So an opportunity to be quiet and curious. 2 minutes in the middle of the day to take care of yourself. You might stretch. You might practice mindful breathing. You might daydream. We take the next 2 minutes in silence. Noticing what you notice. Coming back to your body, breathing. And take a couple moments here to practice gratitude. Noticing and feeling 2 or 3 things you're extremely grateful for. And feeling gratitude in your body, through your body. What does gratitude feel like? and feeling and savoring this feeling of gratitude as a place of resource that you can come back to over and over again. So when you're stuck at the stoplight, come back to that somatic connection, that embodied feeling of gratitude, savoring. 2 more breaths. With your next exhale, starting some really simple, gentle movements, wiggling your fingers and your toes. If you're on your back, feel free to draw your knees into your chest, or maybe you prefer a full body stretch, or maybe a little bit of both. And then don't overthink it. Just roll over or roll on up and come on up to sitting. Woohoo! Happy Tuesday, everybody. We did it. First class back. Happy 2023. I'll see you on Friday, I hope. Thanks, everyone. High fives.